Welcome to my Computer Science and Internet Instructional Podcast. Today we'll be looking at 10 different functions on the Mac. The first will be viewing file information. As you can see here, I've tapped on the file with 2 fingers on the trackpad and selected Get Info from the scroll-down menu. Once this window opens, you'll see that there are many different options for viewing different types of information concerning the file. But this isn't the only way to get file information. For instance, as you can see here, the file is now located on my desktop. I simply highlight the file, then look in the upper left-hand corner, select File, scroll down to Get Info. Now the same window opens. You can see here that there are still many different ways to view different types of file information. Next, we're going to look at how to create a smart folder. To create a smart folder, click on File, go to New Smart Folder. Now, we're going to decide what our smart folder looks for. You can sort it by many different ways. As you can see here, it's selected by contents. I can then change that to names. As you can see, I've typed in CSI. Now I'm going to save the smart folder as CSI Smart Folder. Then I'm going to place it on my desktop. We now double click on the smart folder to view its contents. Now we'll look at how to make a stack. Creating a stack is an easy way to look at all of the contents inside of a folder. First, I'm going to drop it onto the dock. Next, you'll see that when I click on it, it fans out. You can see all the different files inside the folder. But there are other ways for me to view this. I can view it as a grid, or a list, or I can simply click Automatic. Using the dock in the Mac. Using the dock is a great way to access applications. I'm now going to add stickies to the dock. I grab stickies, drag it down to the dock, and let go. As you can see, it's appeared down its icon. To open it, I click on it. To quit, I can hold down on the mouse, and you'll see that the quit option comes up. I can also do this to remove it from the dock by clicking Options, Remove from Dock. But there are other ways to remove applications from the dock. As you can see, I've added another application to the dock. Now I'm going to remove it by grabbing it and dragging it to the desktop. Now we're going to explore different ways to use Force Quit. Force Quit is a great thing to use if an application is not responding and you need to get out of it. In this instance, I've opened iTunes. I've hit Command, Option, Escape to close it. The menu comes up and I choose Force Quit. As you can see now, I've opened iCalendar. Now we're going to see a different way to Force Quit. I go into Applications, select Utilities, then select Activity Monitor. Looking through all the different activities going on in the computer, I can select iCal, then scroll up to Quit Process. Force Quit. But there are yet other ways to force quit inside the Mac. In this instance, I've opened Safari and want to force quit it. Back to Applications, select Utilities. Now I'm going to go to Terminal. Inside the terminal, I'm going to type top to see the top things that are going on. I find Safari, then look at the number to the left of it. Now I hit Q to go back to the other menu. Now I'm going to type kill and the number that corresponds to the application and hit return. As you can see, Safari has been force quit. Next, we're going to look at using Spotlight in the Mac. Spotlight is a great way to navigate through all kinds of different information. In this instance, I'm going to use a part of a word to find an application. I type in CAL and find calendar in the drop-down menu. Spotlight also has other uses that are quite interesting. For instance, if I want to look up a definition of the word, I can use Spotlight. In this example, I've typed in audio. As you can see in the drop-down menu, you can see the definition. If I click on it, my dictionary opens. Spotlight can also be used to perform calculations. As you can see here, I've typed in 100 minus 40. The answer appears. So easily change your preferences inside of Spotlight. Simply open it, go to the Preferences option. You can see here all the different ways the Spotlight can be used. It can be tailored to your specific needs. Spotlight also has keyboard shortcuts. Now we're going to look at ways to increase your Mac's security. Simply go to System Preferences, click on Security and Privacy. There are many different ways to increase your Mac's security. First, we'll look at some general settings. Tailor this to your specific needs. I'm now going to turn on Firewall. I'm going to check to make sure that my firewall is on. Lastly, you can choose in privacy whether to share things with Apple or not. Here's a look at the many different system preferences that the Mac has. Simply go to System Preferences. Then you can see all the different types of things you can change. Now I'm going to change the size that my dock appears. I made it as large as it can be. Next, I'm going to change the magnification of the applications in the dock. Here I've reduced them all the way. Now I've increased it all the way. I can also move it to the right side of my screen and back to the middle. I can also turn off and on the Mac's Genie effect for Windows. Here it's turned off, as you can see. Simply turn it back on, and it's been restored. There are many other system preferences. Here we'll look at some sound preferences. I'm going to change the input volume on my Mac. I've lowered it, as you can see. Now I've placed it right about in the middle. You can change the output also. Changing the desktop picture. Once again, we're going to go to System Preferences, select Desktop and Screensaver. I'm going to use some of the pre-packaged Apple pictures for the desktop. Now, if I want to go back to my original desktop picture, in this case my CSI background, I'm going to grab it, drag it into the window, and it simply reappears. Next, we'll look at energy saving tips for the Mac. Energy saving can increase your battery's lifetime. different options for energy saving. Here I'm going to change the computer's sleep and display sleep time. There are many different options for the battery as well. Thanks for viewing my instructional podcast. I hope you enjoyed it.